Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And I'm excited with my pre-order, which I showed you the other day, of all the exciting things I've got. And I've been playing around with the bits and pieces from the suite, which is called Peaceful Poppies. And I think that these, the way they go together, are just absolutely amazing. So I'll show you the front of the new mini catalogue. And if you haven't, if you'd like a copy of the catalogue, haven't got one, haven't got a demonstrator, please let me know. I will leave details down below and I will be happy to send one out to you. All my customers who shopped with me within the last 6 months will be getting one in the post over the next week or so, with Christmas post and everything like that. So I've been playing around with these lovely poppies. As I say, I can't show you inside the catalogue, but I'm just so excited with the way that they the way they work. So I have been making and just playing around with a few ideas so that you can maybe make your mind up between which ones you want to get, whether you want to get them all, whether you want to get one of them. And before you get your catalogue and once you've looked through your catalogue, it helps make your mind up a little bit. So you'll have to excuse the inky fingers because I've been playing around with ideas. But I thought I would show you the first thing that that I made a card using, now these, the Peaceful Moments, have all these absolutely lovely birthday sayings or sayings in here, and I used happy birthday for this card. And then I used from the from this set, and this took me a little bit of time, but I did want to have a go at doing it. So I wanted to see what this lovely die did. There are so many dies in here, there really are, and I'm going to show you a few ideas with some of them. There's just so many, it will take me several weeks to work them, but this one actually cuts out. So let me show you the card that I've done. Oops, yes, there we go. So this one cuts out, get it the right way up, cuts out this lovely image in there. And what I did was I cut 2 of them out because then I can use another one in a different colour. And I've just done some paper piercings, so this is all one-dimensional. I've used some of these absolutely lovely Peaceful Poppy sequins, and you can really see on here, I'm just going to stand up a little bit, you can really see on there the different, the little flower ones. So you can see the little ones up here are the little flower ones. And then in here I've done on the centre of each one of them, I've put one of the little black sequins, because as I say, you can use all the different colours. I haven't used the golds and things like that, but I've just used some of those, picking up the tones. Now the happy birthday down the bottom I used, so that's this die from this one, which is the Poppy Moments. Now the die from the other one, the Painted Poppies, which I absolutely love, I used, and I'll keep both of these out because we'll be coming back to them. I used this one, which, as I said, makes sort of like a little doily piece. And on this, what I did was I cut out, die cut one in white, one in the Flirty Flamingo, and then one in the black, and just basically layered them, which I thought gave a really lovely, pretty sort of little piece on there. The ribbon, I wanted to try and see how easy it was to colour. And so this is the white, to get used to the names, the Crinkled Seam Binding ribbon, which, as I say, is absolutely lovely because it ties beautiful bows if you're not a great bow tire, but you can colour it in whatever colour. Now, black's quite a difficult colour because it doesn't always soak in, but I use just our Stampin' Right marker. Just coloured it through very quickly and very easily, and now I have black which coordinates with the background. So that's used several elements from different things, and really pleased with that. And as I say, the ribbon I think is absolutely amazing. So that's card number 1. Put it out of the way over there, otherwise I'll get in the way with no. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so card number 2. Now, card number 2 again has used a mix and match of the elements. So it's this lovely one. Now, what I've done is these flowers are absolutely beautiful too. So these are the flowers, painted poppies. And there are different sort of sizes and shapes. And if you look, what I've done is I've literally just coloured them in various different things. So that's coloured in with our blends. That's coloured in with just our ink. So that's just rich raspberry, just getting paler and paler and paler. I've done some in different colours here. I've done one in the pencils, in a yellow, again with the blends, and these ones were just done watercolour with Calypso Coral and crushed curry. So what I've done is I've just done a few of them and die cut them out really simply, and then I thought I could use them on all sorts of different things. So this one is the light and the dark of the rich raspberry, and I just used some of the, I think, is it Crushed Curry or Daffodil Delight? It's Daffodil Delight. So I used the dark Daffodil Delight on the blends on the inside. Now the swirly one is from this one on here, which is, do the right thing, the Painted Labels dies. And so I used this lovely swirly one on here, which I think is absolutely lovely because you get the stitching on the inside. So I wanted the stitching to show, so I only put one flower in the centre. And here's another one that I've cut out because I didn't know whether I was going to do it in the rich raspberry or the Whisper White. Decided on the Whisper White because it made it just a little dark. But you can see on there the lovely stitching on there, which I think is just lovely. And obviously it works really well with the background. Now these leaves have come from the other set, and these dies are this one and this one, which are rather clever because you've got an outside and then you've got an inside, and when you put them together you get the light and the dark of the leaves. So that's given us this, and I just put that up on a dimensional. This time I used the crinkle seam binding just as it was to just give just a little bit on there. Now these dies are from the first one, which is we'll get used to the names after a while, but I'm going to check for you, the Painted Labels dies, and they are these two, which are labels. And I thought, you know, okay, nice labels, however they are absolutely stunning. I'm going to bring it up so you can see. They actually emboss a little frame round them. So you can see on there, you've got an embossed frame on the outside one and the inside, which I think makes it look absolutely beautiful. So put all of those together and you've got another absolutely lovely card, very different from the first one. So with that in mind and using those ones, this is card number 3, and because I love purples, this is absolutely my favourite. Very, very simple, just using the, I use the sentiment from the Peaceful Moments, which is life is better with a friend like you, and did that in the Gorgeous Grape. And then I cut this flower from the Poppy Moments dies, which, as I said, has so many different ones in there. And this one is cut in 3 different pieces. So you have this piece, which cuts the outside. Then you've got this piece here. I'll just get it out. This piece cuts the outside piece to go underneath. And then you've got this piece that gives you the sort of the inside piece. Now, it's the first time I've done it, and I don't think I've got it positioned exactly right. I think I need to sort of flip it a bit. But even though it's not absolutely perfect, so I think I needed to have flipped it down so that it came that way. Like that. I've got to sort of play around with it a bit, but it didn't look that bad. And then this centerpiece is I did in black. So there are lots of other pieces which I haven't used yet, but the leaf on this one is, again, you have two pieces of these leaves, which is this one for the outside and then this one for the inside. And again, you get this lovely sort of shaping with it. So that, I put a bit of Wink of Stella, which hopefully, says me bending over, yes, you can see. So I've just done it with Wink of Stella on there, just put the leaves on there, and I think that it just looks, for me, it's quite simple. I've put this one up with dimensionals and then popped the leaves in underneath. But again, I think it's an absolutely beautiful card with these. So 3 very different ones. And then the last one, I thought we would sort of finish off together because I am part way through doing it. But I wanted to show you again. Let's get all the little layers and pieces out. So on this one, I took, and I think this is where you can make some absolutely beautiful one layer cards. So this is the leaves from the painted poppies, and all I did was just put 3 sort of randomly on there so they would fit the middle. I've taken the words from the Peaceful Moments, and this time I chose, these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. And then this, if any of you remember Gorgeous Grunge, the splots on there are absolutely stunning. And look at this. Beautiful, beautiful splots. So I'm really pleased at that. I like that. So I'm going to mount it onto the back of here, which is just a piece of the old olive, which tones in with the old olive on the card base. So we can put that on there fairly easily. Standard layers and mats, whatever layers and mats you work with in whichever country you are. So that can go in on here. Using my wet glue, which is great because that sticks on nicely. And then I'm going to build it up first. So this is my swirl. And I thought if I put the swirl slap bang in the centre like that, you'll then still have the leaves and things coming through. Now I'm going to put the swirl up with dimensionals, but you don't need too many of them. Whoops, got a piece with a little piece on the side. I'll use that later on. So we'll just pop 3 little dimensionals on here. Just using my edge pieces. There we go. Oh. A double bit of tack on there, all the little covers, right. Okay, so we can now put this one, and you can really sort of put it however you want, but I'm just going to put it fairly sort of centrally so it doesn't come too much into the words, like that. Then we've got our little flowers, and again I think I'm going to put the flowers up with dimensionals as well. So I've got 2 of the large and 1 of the small, and as I said, all I did with those was I just coloured them in with an ink pad and the aqua painter, and then just did them in Calypso Coral and some crushed curry. So there's a darker one from here, isn't there? Yes, that's the darker one. So I'm going to put the darker one like this here, like that. And then we'll have this one tucked in underneath, like that. And then I can tuck this one in underneath, just like that. Okay, so we've got 3 on there, and then I've cut 2 of the leaves. These are these leaves, and there's the coordinating die, so that's the painted poppies, and then these are the leaves which are in on the painted labels. And I thought, as I've done the ones on the back, I'm just going to pop them in. So I'm just going to use just a little bit of wet glue on here. I coloured these ones with the blends, and I'm going to put this one so that it comes in on the top there. So you've got the 2 leaves and that leaf poking out, and then this one I'm going to just put it down at the bottom so that it will poke out from the other side next to this leaf. So just going to put it in on here like that. So as I say, that comes in on there, and then I just need to put that onto a white card base. So let's pop that on there, and that will be my 4th one, and then I can show you them all. You can see now why when I did my pre-order I wanted to get the complete suite, so everything from this set, because everything mixes and matches so beautifully together, and you can do so much with it. I mean, this has been just one evening of playing and just stamping out a few of the things and having a go. I haven't even touched the some of the other images, because there is just so much. There really is. So let's bring these back so we can have a look at them, for you to see the different elements and things that we've used. So we've got 1, let's put them up there, 2, 3 and 4. And you can see they are all very, very different, using different elements. So from the painted poppies, we've used this flower, and that splodge, and those leaves in on this one. And the coordinating die set that goes with this, which is the painted labels. So they go together as a bundle, 10% off. And from this, we have used, on this one, we've used the swirl. And we've used it to cut out the leaves, and we've used it to cut out the poppies. On this one, we haven't used anything of it. On this one, we've used it to cut the flower out and to cut out the swirl again. And we've used the 2 labels coordinating. So that's from that set. On this one, we used the little, what I call the little doily one. And cut that out 3 times to do that. So that's from that. And then from, so that's that suite together. Then from the other one, we have used the flowers on here. We've used these leaves on here, those different shaped leaves on here, and we've used this one on the die cut shaped one out of there. And then on the coordinating sentiment, we've used a different sentiment on each one. So we've had life is better with a friend like you. We've had wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. We've had the happy birthday, and we've had these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. So you can see, as I keep sort of saying to you, that as sets, they go hand in hand with each other. And, you know, it's something that you can do so much with. If your budget is very tight, I would say that the one that you need to get above all of them is this one, because I haven't even used this yet. I haven't used that, and I haven't used that yet, and I haven't used that. So, you know, there is so much from this one. If you want a really great sentiments, the peaceful moments, and the dies, as I say, are just amazing. So, hope you enjoyed that. Hope that gives you a little bit more inspiration. And as I said, if you would like a copy of this annual mini catalogue, which runs from January the 3rd until the end of June, just let me know and I will get one to you in the post straight away. So thank you so much for watching me. Look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.